With pre-orders, longer lead times and rising freight costs, how can retailers tackle these challenges, and what role should suppliers play in helping?
Well, I think I'll start off by saying that the original pre-order system came from the fashion industry, and it was exported wholly to the Sitel side, but without the margins. So they operated originally between 75 and 80% margin, and we've taken the same system, planted it in something that we're making 35, 40% on. So it just doesn't allow the same amount of flexibility that you get from fashion that you would do in the market for Sitel. So we're in a detrimental position by them doing the pre-order system itself. So we're taking the risk, not the suppliers.
Just to add to that, I think that the really important thing here is the relationships that we have with our brands. I think that over the last few years we've become slightly fractured. I think that the IBDs have suffered hugely. There's been problems in the brands as well, of course. But most importantly, it comes down to the relationship, and it comes down to everybody making and being able to make fair profit. It comes down to the way in which we run our businesses. It comes down to the IBD remembering that the reason we're an IBD is that we should be on the floor. We should be making sure we are looking at, controlling, working with and ensuring that the processes we put in place work, and that our customers, who remember are coming to a local bike shop, are able to come to a local bike shop and buy, and not just use us when the internet fails them. So actually we need to bring sales back into local bike shops. We need to enable IBDs to be the reason why customers like to bike. They like to buy bicycles, and they buy the right bicycle, because as an IBD we have to look them in the eyes, and we have to do our job properly, and we're not box shifters. So we need to get brands working with us to ensure that the policies and processes, that the profit structures that they set in place is not going to enable more box shifting. Because if you reduce the margins because you hope that's going to stop discounting, guess what? You're going to encourage bigger people who box shift to buy more bikes, and not us who want to do a good job. So what you've got to do is start listening to IBDs, and the IBDs have to become a unit, and we have to work together, and we have to ensure that we put the IBD back in the marketplace.
So from my perspective, what I'm seeing is a number of brands, especially this season, starting to differentiate themselves a little bit with margin. So they're seeing that as a way to gain market share. That's promising. We hope that others will follow there. For us, it's about early communication with the brands so that we know exactly what are the earliest points where we can start seeing next season's order list, what can we order when, and having a clear view of exactly when it's going to land and what we're going to take when, and a real discipline there when it comes to that. I would also say on the other side of it, if you are, taking an opportunity to pick up any end of season stock, making sure you partner with brands that are willing to give you whole lines to that effect, rather than them just spreading the stock really thinly over everyone so that you get a race to the bottom. So a clear differentiated product that you don't have to put out too much off, and you can get some good margin.